5,952 juveniles were detained in 2014, according to Arizona juvenile courts. So what happens to teens and kids who commit crimes like burglary, shoplifting, and trespassing? The Juvenile Detention Alternative Initiative, or JDAI, looks to provide alternatives to putting them in detention centers or even solitary confinement. And they held a national conference in Phoenix this week. With the idea of reform on everyone's mind, so is the thought of consequences that youth might face without some of these alternatives. Among those who shared their opinions and advocated for the program were adults who previously went through the court system as children but didn't have the option of alternative confinement.
If we don't provide youth with those opportunities to be the leaders of tomorrow, then we're just continuously going to allow the system to perpetuate violence, allow young people to fall victims to the system and continuously harm the communities that they're going to be returning to.
Some of these alternatives include wearing ankle monitors, sitting down with families to get parents involved, and finding responsible adults to help with the children.
We know that kids that end up in our juvenile detention facilities and deep within our juvenile justice system often have worse outcomes in terms of education and just overall outcomes. So we're really trying to partner with folks to ensure that we have community-based alternatives.
For those advocating for alternative programs, help now could mean a better future for misguided kids.
The impact that the system had on my own personal life could have easily led me to being either, again, further into the justice system and possibly being there for the rest of my life. When I'm promoting alternatives, it's because there's the fundamental belief that young people are capable of change.
According to the JDAI, kids that don't have access to alternatives are less likely to graduate from college and get a job, and more likely to end up back in detention facilities and in our court systems. JDAI was founded over 20 years ago, and in their 2014 progress report stated that they are now able to reach over 1/4 of the total U.S. youth population.